Your remote control doesn't work. Let's fix it. So, if you have problem with your remote control, first all you have to do is to remove the battery cap and first of all check the batteries. It seems okay. You have to check if battery fluid exists in remote control. In our case, it is very clean. As you can see it. If any dirts, you have to move them out. Next step is to use a tool like this to open the plastic case of remote control. All you have to do is to find a small gap between the plastic and try to insert this tool and move it like this way I'm gonna show you. You have to do this all around. And then you have to pop out the plastic. Then carefully remove metallic battery contacts. Also check silicone part of remote control, the buttons. If they have any dirt, you have to clean them to move dirt out. So use isopropyl alcohol to do this procedure with an old toothbrush or a microfiber cloth. In my case, this silicone part is very clean, so there is nothing to do. Also check the front plastic part. If there is any dirty, clean it. Another thing you have to do is to check all components on PCB if they are still correctly soldered or moved from position because of remote control drop. As you can see, our components are in very good condition. They are all soldered well. So this is not a problem of our remote control that it is not working. Problem may be caused from another part of another component of PCB. Let's check it more. Problem caused from this part just dropped off. It is an IR transmitter that it is not well soldered on PCB. This happened because our remote control dropped off a big height. So it is necessary to solder again this component, this IR transmitter on main PCB of remote control to make it work again like a charm. PCB contacts are damaged, as you can see, so we do not have the ability to make soldering procedure instantly. Before we start soldering this IR transmitter on PCB board, we have to remove the protective coat from PCB. We can use a knife to scratch the protection of PCB, but in our case we are going to use this tool to make it more quickly. We are doing this procedure until the protective coat, this green coat, will pop out, and until we can see the naked copper. We are going to do the same to the right side of PCB. Until we can see copper appear. Then you insert this IR LED, and you have to be careful regarding polarity. Remember where was the positive side and where was the negative. In this case, positive side is at the right and negative is at left. As you can see, I bent from IR transmitter the positive side to be near this copper plate. It looks pretty good. The next step is to solder the positive and negative of IR transmitter on main PCB. Let's check the results. It looks pretty good. After reassemble our remote control completely and include batteries inside it, we can do a check to see if it works. All you have to do is to put the IR transmitter in front of a camera, of a cell phone camera, and push buttons. If you see the IR transmitter blinks this purple color, then your remote control works perfectly. You can do this test to all buttons to check which button works or not. Usually the buttons that don't work is channel plus, channel minus, volume up, volume down, the same one, volume up, volume down, because we are using them more than the other buttons. So you have to clean your PCB well, and then they will work like a charm. My TV box works again, yes. So, if you like my video, subscribe to my channel and thumbs up. Thank you.